hydrogen, H plus 1, sodium, Na plus 1.
So, hello and welcome back to Damn Studio. Here we are at the production meeting number 7. Now, we have just be a quick one here, hopefully. First thing, I've gotten kind of the responses from my first Damn Studio TV episode. I was kind of proud of the way it came out, but it doesn't look like anyone's looked at it really, so I might need you guys to look at it and see if you can tell me what the fuck happened, what I do wrong. I thought it was entertaining. I liked the style, the flow of it. Felt more like a regular show. As far as in the arc and the... Well, look at it, see what you think. Oh, you never know what the hell's going to succeed. So that's point one. I just want to talk about the new series is out. If you haven't looked at it, do so please. Give me some input. It's kind of the flagship thing of my show, my series here, my channel, and it's gotten the lowest response, well, like next to some demos. But those really are my things. I'm just sharing it back out after. Sometimes it seems that people probably have lost their stuff by now. I've got a lot of stuff back then I lost. But, on with number 2. Real Damn Studio. Now, this one was a surprise. Really didn't expect much viewing, maybe a couple people here and there, especially family members. Response was a lot bigger than I thought. Well, if you can count 20 as a high response. For me, I'm proud of it. I guess one thing I'll be wondering is, right now I'm planning on it being a monthly thing. But if you people feel like maybe you would like to see a weekly or bi-weekly, let me know. I need some response to see if that's the case. Keep in mind, I also gotta... Unless it's going to become nothing but just the weight check and maybe just one thing, if I can find something else. I try to add a little information, a little something else to it. I'm going to probably start it up telling weird stories from my past so you people can understand me better. Like, there's a time I was working at Chuck E. Cheese's, and, well, went to work on mushrooms. We'll share that one another time, though. Oh, and it was Halloween night. Comment, and maybe enough people comment, and I'll share that one on some episode here. I'm completely off subject now. Gotta make it entertaining, though. Now, next thing. Damn weird. Partially because it just... I don't know what people are going to like, what they aren't. I've decided this is something I'm doing just because it's something actually I've experienced. It's something I've like studied a lot. And it's just kind of a definition thing. I'm going to go through the different subjects I've studied, give like a little dictionary like definition of it. Sometimes there'll be sightings and weird things. Let's go through the list. Thylacine, also known as the Tasmanian Devil, or Tasmanian Tiger, sorry. The Komodo Dragon, Bigfoot, Ogopogo, vampires, Chupacabra, poltergeist, mer species, werewolves, and thunderbirds. Now, some of these aren't really, I'm not saying everything on there is paranormal. Because not everything would be. If we found Bigfoot, he wouldn't be paranormal. He'd be quite natural. Because he's there. But I'm starting with a basis of things that do exist, but why? Or, if they exist, what else does? Because they're so bizarre. I found a venom. It's a rodent, a shrew species that has venom. Okay? That's stranger than Bigfoot. Myself, I opinion. Okay. Now, next issue I want to cover, though, one of the other advantages of me doing this. Essays. What it causes me to do is get my mind working. This is kind of plugging into the Real Damn Studio thing, which I've had a nice response on. So I might as well tap into it. But it causes me to do an essay. And it's about 2 to 3 pages long on these subjects. First, try to get the information. Then I try to give some summary or opinion or maybe even a theory on how I feel about it. So I have to go through the process, a bit of critical thinking, so I can get what I want to say across and have it understandable to what I'm trying to express afterwards. So it's good at getting my mind moving again. So what we're going to do, though, I should show you a sample we have of the intro from Damn Weird. I'm going to share that with you now.
Welcome to Damn Weird. And in this, I'm going to attempt to organize my collective thoughts on various unusual events and things and people that have occurred and things I've studied. Just a way to organize them here onto YouTube for me. Now we're going to start with some of the easier things, simply because we need kind of a foundation for our studies, for something to look at. These are things that maybe shouldn't exist, but do.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know. Comment, please. Just later on we'll be commenting more. Maybe if you guys will have questions on these things. I'll share what I've learned. No one has all the answers. So you always should collect it from different sources anyways. So here's one source for you. Taking my step into the weird. Nothing new for me. This there necessarily wasn't sharing the extra normal side of it with you guys before. Oh, but as confused you, I have a science fiction show, I have animated stuff. I'll admit, I could easily create a video of a Bigfoot. I'm not going to be showing you stuff that, like, sightings I had. That's it. That kind of should have been covered in the intro. If I'd seen these things, I probably wouldn't be as much an atheist in some of these cases. If I see Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, this is not a magical situation. So, it doesn't prove anything on that. But, thank you for watching. Please comment. Let me know on the various subjects. Cover that on Damn Studio TV, the news series. Real Damn Studio. Maybe something you want to know. So you want me to check into. If I didn't cover and clarify something on maybe my diet pills or something like that. Or how often you want to see those episodes. And the new show. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Now to go see his son, the rabbi, as he likes to be called. Have to remember to breathe, stay calm, be ready for anything. If he sees fear, he feels fear. This is the one that puts a bounce in my step. Once the study is completed, the book writes itself. The rights alone on it should help us bring the rest of this hospital to the 21st century, which would be nice before the coming 22nd century. Hell, I'd be happy with late 20th century for some of this equipment. Can I have a review as I ready myself?
Son of Eugene Kardak, but titles himself as the rabbi. It seems that the betrayal the old man goes on about is that after his father shoved all the magical mumbo-jumbo into his head, his son goes off to become Jewish. We tried that angle to find out who Kardak was. Just raised more questions or gave us answers we did not want to be true. Later, the rabbi was to go on and start a cult that would see him as the Metatron or something like that. Never was good at the Catholic or Jewish mythology. Not as interesting. They saw him as the voice of God. Easier than proving you are God, I guess. To make matters worse, he started doing faith healings, miracles according to his witnesses. Statistics on his case is rather interesting. Then one day his cult goes crazy and mass suicides because they can't find him. A year later he shows up here with self-inflicted carvings all over his body that resemble angelic sigils from the Key of Solomon.
The common element in these two cases are not only blood-related, but a trouble with maintaining a sense of one's identity in the world, as well as in society. One thing that he thinks he's God. The other thinks he's older than God. I guess he'd have to be older than God if he's God's father at all. Too bad both of their wives are dead. Their input would be vital. Remember, ready for anything.
Hello, Doctor. I lost track of the days. I didn't expect you for a couple more.
Actually, I decided to increase my amount of visits. Your advancement seems to be increasing in abilities.
You sound worried. Why?
I have cases in those other rooms for when the effects of the conditions have advanced. In no way does that prove it's safe.
There is a difference here. Here, your treatment helped me to focus. But that's it. These powers are mine. I have the marks to prove it.
We are not sure if any effects are temporary to the treatment or a permanent effect, not to mention the possible side effects. That's why we are here. Just remember, it's not for any crimes that you're here. Even your cult's suicide happened when you were not even there. You are here for your protection.
I know. I'm sorry. But I have told you, not a cult. A coven if you must.
Have you gotten some new scars?
Maybe. Actually, I had a visitor, an Alice, and she taught me to fly. See the new marks? Oh, and I don't even have a knife. How?
You do have fingernails.
Look at my hand.
Greetings from planet Earth.
Printing Vespucci's book. Moments in history. Amerigo Vespucci survived in history because from him derived the names of two continents. He accompanied an expedition to South America in 1499. Years later, there was published his accounts of this trip, in which he told the wondrous sights he had seen, giving the impression that he was in command of the vessel and that his journey antedated the third made by Columbus. Waldemar Muller, a geographer, having Vespucian's account and not that of Columbus's, accepted the former story, and in 1507 called the new continent America, after the author's first name.
Come on, get up there.
kind of a strange sensation. It's a kind of a strange sensation.
Let me light a hand.